Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 31 of Hearts of Midlothian, our bid to take them, of course, to the top of Scottish football. And today we start the Scottish Premiership season. We also have the first leg of our third qualifying round Europa League tie against Sigma Olomouc, I think you pronounce that, of Czech Republic. So big games coming up here. Now, I haven't missed anything. We've come straight back after the Astana game. Transfer window's still open. We haven't really done anything yet. We're still scouting, still looking. We have looking to send a couple of youngsters out on loan, but that's it. Nothing major. We'll go through all that once the transfer window's closed. But we start the season in the Edinburgh Derby at home to Hibs. You can see we are the favourites for this one. Historically, we're dead even. 3-3 and 2 draws. 3 wins each and 2 draws. You can see there have been some games already in the first week. Celtic and Aberdeen and Hamilton have all won. Bogey clubs, all of those for us. But yes, this is where we're at. Now let's have a quick look. Let's have a look at the Premiership season and sort of see what's expected of us. We know sort of at the start of the season when we started our Europa League campaign, what we're expected to do. We're expected to qualify for the Europa League. But you can see here, we're fourth favourites, which I think is a little bit harsh, to be honest. But we are still behind Aberdeen and the Glasgow clubs. So 6-1, we're a lot closer than we were last year. You can see we don't have any players in the sort of media 11, which is a bit harsh on Uche, I'd say. If we look at the key players, obviously Uche's there, as is Levitt, of course, who is a big player for us on loan from Manchester United. But that's it. Again, I think the likes of Dimitri Mitchell, a little bit harshly done by here. But there we go. So that's the season. That's how things are looking to shape up. Celtic, Rangers are both in that order. Obviously, Celtic won it last year. But let's have a look at the team that we're sending out for this game. And you will notice that we've changed some things. Now, actually, what I wanted to do, wasn't it, was show you the scouting report and that here. It's still Derek McInnes in charge. Standard playing style, balanced mentality. Analysis report, that's the same formation as they were playing last year. Now, they have been playing in the Betfred Cup, which we obviously missed the group stage of that, having qualified for Europe. So we can see everything there, key passes and whatnot. Now, as you can see, we've changed formation. The reason I've done that is that I feel like we struggled against Hibs sort of the second half of last year, playing our usual way. We also have a Europa League tie to look forward to in midweek, so it's an opportunity to change things up. If you keep trying the same thing and it fails, it's obviously something needs to change. So we're going to try this. So it's Teddy Smith in goal, although Glover's back, isn't he? So never mind. Let's bring Glover back in for this one. So Glover in goal, Proctor and Coping as a defensive duo, Godinho down the right, Taylor down the left, Herring as the anchor man, Turnbull and Dominguez go in midfield, Levitt in behind Cameron and Brophy. We do have Uche on the bench. We have a few players on the bench, but I'm trying to keep these guys fresh for Europe, so that's why they're not starting. So the reason why Dimitri Mitchell isn't on the bench at all, again, we're just trying to keep players fresh for Europe. We've got to prioritise that at first, I think, because long term in the save, if we were to qualify for the Europa League group stage, it's a lot of money for us that could really help us kick on. Scott Robertson, the new assistant, says to do it for our fans. All right, let's go a bit of passion. Give the fans something to cheer. Gain a bit of confidence there, some calm. We have faith. And let's get on out there and see what we can do. Hopefully this new formation, we have tried this against Hamilton in the past with their 4-3-3, and it hasn't always worked. But I had not a feeling. I hope anyway. I hope against this formation it might work, because what we've been doing hasn't been working against Hibs, has it? Even when we were good form at the end of last year, it wasn't really working. Oh, Glover with a big save. Can we get it clear again? It's blocked, and Glover has it. We haven't had much time. If you remember last game against Astana, I know it was Friday, it was a little while ago now, but we were horrible defensively. We've only had sort of, that was the Thursday, this is the Sunday. We've only had sort of, I think, 1 or 2 training sessions since then. And I think one of those at least was sort of match prep for this game. So we haven't really had too much of a chance to do anything to work on our defence as of yet. So hopefully with Sigma coming up, of course, midweek after this, we've just got to hope that was an off day, really. We've cut that out easily with Godinho. It's out there for Cameron. Can he pick out his strike partner in Brophy? He's gone for Turnbull instead. Turnbull's driven a ball across there for Taylor. Can Taylor pull it back? He's gone himself with the save. Oh, was that selfish? I think Eamon Brophy was in the middle there waiting for the cutback, and he's gone himself. All right, Dominguez with the corner. It's a decent one into a good area. Oh, it's hacked clear. And are we going to get caught on the break here? Are we going to get caught on the break? We've got men back. They're obviously going to be streaming forward. Oh, what have we done? What have we done? And they've missed it. We don't look good, do we? Boys, concentrate, please. I beg of you. Danny Glover out there for Coping. Coping brings it forward for Turnbull. In for Levitt. Out there for Godinho. What can he do? Nice little ball in there for Levitt in space. Oh, Levitt could just one more over. We had Dominguez in space there. That's a chipped ball over for Taylor. Can he pick someone out this time? Don't go yourself, mate. It's blocked. It's Dominguez. It's Levitt. It's back for Turnbull. Oh! Decent effort from distance. Just couldn't quite bend it inside that post. We are being outplayed here a little bit, which is, again, worrying against the Hibs team that ideally we'd like to beat, especially at home. Cameron knocks that down. Ball for Levitt. It's headed away. Turnbull gets another chance here. Turnbull lines it up. And it's there for Cameron! Oh, hey! And it's Cameron! First goal of the season. First goal on the channel, I think, as well. One of our youngsters, the guy we have marked as the new Uche, should Uche leave us for whatever reason. It was a bit scrappy, wasn't it? It wasn't a classic goal. Turnbull blocked. It's blocked again. And Cameron just reacted quicker. You think the goalkeeper maybe shouldn't have been chained to his goal line there. He could have got to that. But that's all right. That is all right. 1-0. Let's give them another concentrate. That seemed to have worked. We've overwhelmed them again. Come on, boys. Let's concentrate from the corner, please. It's into a good area. It's headed away by Proctor. Decent header, actually. Inverness is beating Rangers 3-0. That is outrageous. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on. Let's keep our shape here. Keep our shape. We have been in this, like I set this formation up before the sort of the match prep, so they've prepared in this formation. So I think sometimes if I make a sort of a game day decision to change, Godinho's. Oh, our right backs between Godinho and Smith, when they have to turn and chase, we're so vulnerable. If anybody has any idea what we can do to try and stop that, other than play a deeper line, Milligan just doesn't miss penalties, does he? Other than keep a deeper line, which sort of messes up a lot of how you want to play, I don't know what we can do to stop that. We have the new Arsenal guy who's getting up to match sharpness now. He's been playing for the reserves, getting his fitness levels up. Maybe it's a pace thing, but that's not the first time that we've been caught out. There we go for Levitt. Gone for Turnbull. Turnbull! Oh, I thought that was the one. He had a lot of time there and space, and he just can't find his range, can he? All right, again from the corner. We know that we've been beaten several times by Hibs from the corner, and Godinho is having an absolute nightmare. It's an own goal for Levitt, but Godinho has been beaten in the air there, and yeah. Obviously, we still have our defensive yips. I mean, Glover's... they've gotten each other's way there, haven't they? Demand more. Come on, boys. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. Let's maybe compact up the lines. Are we playing a too high a line, and that's sort of how they got in behind Godinho? No one's playing particularly well. We kind of lucked into a goal to start with too, didn't we? All right. What do we say? Do we say disappointing? Let's go. Let's go with keep going and we can win this. We'll tell individuals who aren't playing well that they're not playing well. We'll try and stay positive where we can here. Yeah, we'll just try and stay positive where we can. Do we want to change anything? The reason that we played the higher line is because they score a lot of their goals from crosses. So, yeah, I mean, they're good from corners, so, you know, obviously they're good in the air. Brophy's not having a great game. Do we bring the guys off the bench for the Europa League? The problem that I potentially have with that is because we've been playing a lot of Europa League football, I don't want to have then match fatigued players for the Sigma game. You know, if we bring, say... I mean, I don't understand what Brophy's problem is. I really struggle to get the best out of him, don't I? Maybe it's advanced forward isn't where we should be, how we should be playing him. Let's try maybe changing that. What else can he do? Poacher? Alright, let's try him as a poacher. Target man and poacher. See if that makes any difference. We've got an attacking throw here. Come on, boys. Come on. Taylor. For Dominguez, it's headed away. We should get to that, though, with Herring. It's there for Turnbull. Is he going to have a shot? He rolls one in for Cameron, and he's lost out. Are we going to get caught again here? They're 5-0. Rangers getting absolutely spanked by Inverness. It's a good ball in. Oh, Danny Glover's there. It's hit the crossbar. We've lucked out. Dominguez hacks it clear. We don't look good defensively, boys. What is going on at the back? Another set piece. This is where we've struggled again. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on. They're rolling it around with... Look at us. We're chasing the ball like 6-year-olds. Danny Glover's put in a massive save there. We need... What can we do? We almost need to be more disciplined, don't we? Let's try that. Go more direct. Let's maybe try hit early balls into the box. We'll take it off, exploit the flanks, because that's not working. Yeah. All right, come on, boys. Please concentrate from the corner. Please, please, please. Coutinho's there. This time he heads it clear. Oh, hey, hey. All right, come on. I'm scared to go attacking. That's just opening us up for more punishment here. I don't understand. Maybe I should have just stuck with the same formation. But again, I got to remember, I am sort of prioritizing the Europa League campaign right now. It's a shame in a way that the first leg couldn't have already taken place, so we know sort of what we have to deal with. All right, we need to make changes here. I'm really worried to bring Uche on, but something's got to change because it's just not happening for Brophy. Dominguez isn't having his best game, so let's bring on Irving for him. We'll play him box to box. And Coutinho's absolutely knackered. He's not playing that bad considering he was directly hit fault for a goal. All right, let's take Herring off for... No, let's leave him on. Let's leave him on. I'm wondering... Yeah, we'll leave him on. I'm just wondering, what do we make a tactical change and sort of put somebody else forward into midfield? But I think we do need to have... We're going to have two at the back. We need to have the man in the DM role just because they do have a number 10. Let's show some passion here, boys. Come on. Is there anything for me? Very attacking. Can we get something late here? What else can we do? We were just exploiting the flanks. That didn't work. I don't want to play too direct here. All right, we'll be more expressive now. We're chasing the game. Oh, it's going to be not a great start to the league campaign, isn't it? Come on, can we get something from the corner? Levitt knocks it in. It's headed there. It's there! It's there! Bobby Coping! First goal of the season, possibly first for the club. I don't remember him scoring. This is first for the club. Let's drop this back to counter-attack just instantly while I have a think about what we need to do here. We'll throw out a concentrate, and the way this game has gone, that's another lucky goal, isn't it? Both our goals have just been sort of deflected miracles almost. Let's take it off that. Otherwise, I think maybe we keep everything else the same. We'll just go back to it's cautious, too cautious. I'm almost willing just to take a point from this, to be honest. This is a highlight. There's still over a minute to go. Irving, it's there for somebody to cross in. It's hacked clear. And are we going to get caught out here again? Don't do this to me, boys. Don't do this to me. They're pouring men forward. They're pouring men forward. Glovers. What can you do? What can you do? That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's just unbelievable, isn't it? I'm lost for words. Should we have stuck with Teddy Smith? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. Why do I even bother, guys? Why do I even bother? I mean, we haven't deserved anything from it particularly, have we? A draw maybe would have been fair. I haven't paid that much attention to the match stats, but it's just been woeful, hasn't it? An absolutely woeful display yet again in the Edinburgh Derby. Yeah. I mean, knowing the sort of the way this is going, Uche is going to be match fatigued now. He'll probably pull up with an injury for the Sigma game. All right, ref, blow it up. We've had enough, mate. We've had enough. Come on, come on, come on. They're just toying with us, which is the worst of all, isn't it? Maybe I should put get stuck in on, just go and break a leg. There it is. Well, I can't believe that. I honestly just can't believe what I've seen there. That is absolutely outrageous. So there we go. We lose the Edinburgh Derby. Yeah. I do slam the team. I'll tell you what, I'm really upset about that. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back for Sigma Olomouc in the Europa League. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming out at such short notice. Now, we do just have a quick announcement regarding the man sat to my side here, and that is to announce that Uche has signed a new contract with the club. It's a 4-year deal. He'll be on 4.2 grand a week. Takes him through to the age of 29. Still a spring chicken, though, Uche. There'll be plenty of time for you after that, I'm sure, for a new contract. But most importantly, from our point of view as the club, there is no minimum release fee. So that was important for us to get that in the contract. So hopefully this is a nice little pick-me-up after the debacle that was the Edinburgh Derby. But Uche, it's going to be a pleasure to have you here for the foreseeable future. So there we go, hopefully a little bit of good news after that debacle against Hibs. But Uche signed a new deal, 4-year contract, 4.2 grand a week. You can see lots and lots of bonuses, but we did manage to get him without a release fee, which I think is absolutely massive, because that should then see off a lot of interest from other clubs. Lots of goal bonus money as well, but yeah, I'm really, really happy. 1 second, guys, I think we've got more breaking news. We have signed a new player on loan. It's a winger, Keane Lewis-Porter. I think he'll do a really good job for us. He can play left or right side. You can see decent enough pace. He's no Middleton. Let's just understand that to start with. But he can play on both sides. I think what we're going to do is look to use him more on the right-hand side, and we'll look to send Morrison out on loan, perhaps see if we can get him his attributes improving, because he's really stalling out. He's played well for us, but he hasn't really done too much. But I think he can dribble, he can finish. I think he's a poor man's Middleton, to be honest. So let me know what you think in the comments. We can see he's a right side winger. He can play as a winger or an inside forward on both sides. So I think this is a decent enough pickup. We're paying him £475 a week. It goes up to £950, I think, if he doesn't play. So worst case, £950 a week. I think that's a good pickup. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I'll tell you what, between that and Uche, it's lifted my mood a little bit, just a little bit. Ready for this next game coming up here. Now, this is a team we're sending out. We'll just have a look first at what we expect from Sigma Olomouc. We're the favourites for this game. We're at home. This is all about just trying to keep a clean sheet if we can. You can see we know absolutely nothing about them, which, as you know, is my favourite thing in the world. We're expecting a 4-4-2, but, again, you don't really know, do you? Because they've only played 1 or 2 games in Europe before this. This is a team we're sending out. We're not keeping Danny Glover in goal. We're going back to Teddy Smith, surprisingly enough. It's Mitchell, Herring, Coping, and Michael Smith as the back four. Cochrane and Turnbull in midfield. McDonald, Levitt, and Clare in behind. Uche up top. So they're looking quite narrow here, aren't they? Quite narrow. We should definitely be looking to get down the sides of them. This is just really about keeping a clean sheet. I'm not going to tell them to do it for the fans again, because that clearly worked so well last time, didn't it? Let's go with maybe just a calm. It's over to you. Play your game. Teams such as why is everything that I can say here pretty much? It's all complacency inducing. Okay, you should be going to play your own game and you'll win. All right, let's do that with a bit of passion, some calm. We have faith, and let's get on out there and see what we can do. Playing the home leg at first. It really is, I think. We've just got to try and keep a clean sheet, and if we can win the game, ideally win the game as well. I don't really know what to expect from them. A Czech team should be roughly our level, I would imagine. There's Mitchell, digs across out. It's headed away. Can we get to that? Smith's there. Smith over for Turnbull with a nice little pirouette there. Back for Mitchell. Can he pick out Uche in the middle? Oh, he can! It's just slapped away by their goalkeeper, though. But that is a decent enough promising start. Here we go. Cochrane from a set piece. He looks to go for goal. It wasn't really on there, I don't think. Just got seduced, I think, by the fact the keeper was guarding the other side. But it takes a world-class free kick to score from there, doesn't it? We'll give it a get creative. So far, so good. Let me know what you think in the comments about the Hibs game as well. Maybe the change in tactic didn't work. I mean, obviously it didn't work because we lost the game, but... There we go, Smith. It's a good ball. Back post. It's there for strong Clare. Taps it in at the back post. It's 1-0. Excellent stuff. Second goal of the year. A beautiful cross in from Michael Smith. And we will take that and run. We'll give it a concentrate just to make sure we do keep our heads here. But that was much better. Look at this. He's unmarked at the back post. I mean, I could have almost have scored that, I think. I probably would have missed it. I would have air swung and it would have hit the corner flag or something. I probably would have just air swung. But yeah, this is what we'd like to see. I do want the fact that I didn't go full strength as well maybe didn't help. I should have maybe, I don't know. I really want to try and just said, oh, it's a penalty. It is a penalty. It looked as though Cochrane was held back. He looked like he was going to at least get a head on it, if not score, and nothing happens. Here we go, Turnbull. Now we know he's got the attribute for it. Can he put the ball in the net? He can! It's 2-0. It's 2-0 after half an hour, and now this does just become a little bit of don't concede a goal here, boys. And it could be job done. We'll throw out another concentrate. What I did do in between games as well is we did a session on disengaged defending, so just holding your shape. We did a session on defending corners and a session on defending free kicks. So hopefully we'll see the benefit of that. I think a little bit of the problem against Hibs was we just pulled out of shape horribly defensively. One thing I have noticed about our team is that if we're not actively training defending, we just seem to get worse and worse and worse. And so it might be one of these teams. There's a good ball. It's there for McDonald. Oh, just a little bit ahead of him. Can he pick out Uche? Use Smith. He does use Smith. Ball in, back post again. Claire. It's just over the bar. So unless we're actively doing defending sort of once every 2-3 weeks, we just have just an absolute explosion like we did. We've seen 2 games now in a row that we've conceded 3 goals against Astana at home, where luckily it didn't matter because we scored 4 and they already won the first leg, and then we've done the same thing there against Hibs. So I think it might be a case of just, every 2-3 weeks, almost like preemptively, I'm just going to have to do a week on defensive training. There's a good ball from Coping. It's there for Uche. Oh, Uche gets the ball. Uche scores, celebrates his new contract. It's 3-0 up before the break. We'll throw some praise out. I mean, it really is now just Operation Clean Sheet, isn't it? I don't necessarily want to stop attacking them because it looks as though there might be some more goals in this for us. It's a good finish from Uche, isn't it? Just lifted over the goalkeeper, didn't give him a chance. And Bobby Coping, if that's what he can start doing, bringing the ball out of defence, we've got a very, very good defender in our hands there. That's a stunning half, isn't it? It almost makes you forget the woeful display against Hibs. But much, much better. Alright, we've got to give it it's got to be an assertive, don't get complacent here, boys. We can celebrate at the full-time whistle and not a second beforehand. McDonald hasn't been great. We couldn't register the new guy, obviously. He signed like this. He signed game day, basically. So, yeah, we can't do that. We'll leave it. I'm tempted to put the fullbacks back to support rather than attack, but the way things are going, like I say, there's potentially more goals in this for us, I think. That new signing is someone I was looking at, sort of keeping half an eye on, but the reason I went in for him is that somebody else, I think the Premier League deadline is closing sort of very soon, if not this game day, then certainly tomorrow, because suddenly there was just like a lot of transfers activity happening from English clubs. So he's on loan from Hull. So once somebody else came in for him, what's happened there? Oh, he's off. They're down to 10. Perfect. Go and have a bath, mate. We'll turn the hot water off for you. Be a nice cold ice bath. So like I said, once somebody else came in for him, it kind of forced my hand. I was thinking of doing it anyway, so in a way, I think it was probably for the best. We'll get him in nice and early. Look to, use him while we're sort of going through this qualification thing. And like I say, we're not paying a fortune for him, so even if we don't make the group stage, I think it's fine. Here we go, Dimitri Mitchell. It's a good ball. It's Uche. Is it another penalty? It is another penalty. Turnbull's going to step up again. And I tell you what, if he gets this, if this goes to 4-0 with them down to 10 men, this could end up being anything for us. Go on, Turnbull. Oh, he just snuck that. He's so good at penalties, he's actually put that between the keeper's hands. That's how good he is. Excellent, excellent stuff there. Do we give it a we'll give it a concentrate. What we don't want to do is start the clock off. Look at that, straight through. It's almost got him in the face. It almost hit him in the nose, he's so good. What we don't want to do here is get complacent, but this is surely tied down, isn't it? To the point where I'm actually now wondering, do we even need to show the second leg in this? I really don't think we do. Cochrane, ball in. Is it going to be another penalty? Levitt's there. Can he pull it back? He's found the legs of a defender. Coping so far forward. What's he there? McDonald's done a little bit of a special strike. It's 5-0. Oh, where was this against Hibs? Where was this against Hibs? We are a completely different team. It's a completely different 11, more or less. But this is just... It's almost annoying, isn't it? Look at that for a finish. Look at that. Where was this against Hibs? We were a shell of this team, and it was a decent enough team we put out. Maybe it is the formation. We just shouldn't have changed. We might actually look to rest a couple of players here. We'll bring Whiten on to play on the right, give him a little bit of game time. We might bring Hickey on, who's played both games. Turnbull played both games. He's on a hat-trick, but we might give him a rest here. Levitt's played both games as well, but he should be fine. We don't really have it. Irving can't really go up there. Anybody else? Mitchell, we could give him a rest. We don't really have anybody on the bench, though. Let's keep it going. That'll do. We'll just make the 2. Here goes Harry Cochrane. Can Turnbull get his hat-trick before he goes off? That would be something special, wouldn't it? Levitt, nice little reverse ball there for Claire. Oh, Claire's tried to bend one, and I tell you what, that was a little bit unlucky. A good save in the end. Come on, boys. Come on. I'm wondering if we should have taken Levitt off. He played both games as well. But let's keep it going. We'll demand a little bit more at the end here. It's just about keeping the clean sheet now. But even if they score, it's game's done, isn't it? Here we go. Smith, good ball to the back post. It's headed away. Can we win this ball high up the pitch? Oh, I thought we might nick that then. But, they're clearing it up to nobody. Mitchell's got all day. Cross-field ball, which is okay there. It always makes you just hold your breath for a second, doesn't it, to see if there is a man attacking there, or an attacker, I should say, or a defender it would be at the time. One of their players, opposition players, that's what I'm trying to say. Hickey! Oh, Aaron Hickey makes it 6. And that is his first goal of the season. Isn't his first goal for the club? I think he got 1 or 2 last year. But I tell you what, we've got a couple of goal of the season contenders in here today, haven't we? That was, the McDonald strike was quite nice, and this Hickey one may just have outdone him. Uche brings it down, nicely laid off, and tell you what, straight in the middle of the goal. Keeper maybe should have done a little bit better there, but Uche did really, really well, didn't he? Held it up brilliantly, laid it off for Hickey, and there we go, job done. This should be it. Blow it up, Ralph. They've had enough. That is, I tell you what, that makes me feel a lot better after the Hibs game. Denny Glover aside, if he could catch a ball, we would have got, a draw in the league, which would have been the minimum, I think, acceptable, given that we were at home, and then this stunning result. But yeah, Uche signed a new contract without a release fee. This is what it's all about. 6 of the best for Hearts, and I tell you what, there was some of them actually were of the best, weren't they? That was really, really good. Uche is just it's like he never left, isn't it? It's like he never left. Turnbull and Cochrane are getting looked at for the next Scotland squad. That's good to see some of our guys in the contention for that. But guys, that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed that, and I tell you what, it definitely rescued at that second game, didn't it? Do make sure you hit thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Please do subscribe, and of course ring the bell if you want to know when I upload new episodes. Now, we'll be back next time. I really don't see a point in showing the second leg of that. If we don't get through that, there won't be any more episodes. I'll just be quietly crying in a corner for the next week. So yeah, we don't need to show that. So what we'll do is we'll come back for the fourth round, whoever that may be against. I probably won't show the draw actually, because you just click a button and it all comes out. So we'll come back whenever that is. I'm assuming it will probably be after the Hamilton Betfred Cup game. So we'll probably come back. It might be, say, Hamilton in the league and whoever our fourth round opponent is. It'll be a surprise for tomorrow, guys. Until then, open Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.